Good morning. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning update for this Wednesday, the 22nd of March, 2017, about 9:20 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Well, we're down in the stock market again. This is the vote time for President Trump. This is the real first test of the metal. And all the political groups from the Koch brothers on that are against what Mr. Trump stands for and doing, they're coming out and they're saying to backers, if you vote, you won't get our millions, blah, blah. They're just one group. There's many. So this is the big battle that we've been waiting for. Keep in the back of your mind that so far under the Trump administration, the easy part had been executive orders or rescinding of them that President Obama had put in. Now it comes time to deal with Congress, and this is the big first test. Obviously, trade is not happy that if this goes sour, probably so goes sour. Tax reform, then after that, Dodd-Frank regulations. There's a lot to be concerned about. The honeymoon ended, and now the question is, can it get back on track, or with a sad vote tomorrow, where does this go? And that's what you're facing in the stock indices today, that back and forth action, the unsureness of what's going on affecting the gold market. And by the way, I think it's time that you get rid of the April gold. We'll move to the June at this point. I've already done it in platinum, and I should have done that on this board already for that. I'm already tracking the June. The dollar index. You know, this fits in, this break in the dollar, with what the Trump administration wants. They don't want a strong dollar. They want a weaker dollar because they think that we have been taken advantage of by the strong currency that we had over the past years. That seems to be working out. Grain prices still under an assault. And look at the bonds and notes. You know, you were up to 2.6 when the Fed raised the interest rates. You went under 2.4 this morning from what I saw on 10-year yields. That's quite a bit of a drop. Energy prices still under a massive amount of what? Selling, as traders were shocked when they saw yesterday double the amount of build on the API numbers. We're waiting on the EIA at 9:30 this morning. That'll give us an idea there. So let's take a look. As I just said, the marketplace, it's laser beam focused on whether or not Trump gets the votes to begin the dismantling of Obamacare, but it's beyond Obamacare. It's each of the policies that he immediately has. U.S. home sales down. That should not be a surprise. Think about this when they're measuring it, and we're looking at the Fed going to raise interest rates, blah, blah. So the market down a little bit. Okay. German Stats Bureau on Wednesday released 2016 real wage data, and it rose 1.8% over the previous year, but that sounds good. It wasn't that good. That's below the 2.4% gain seen in 2015. Financial markets cited by Reuters say that if London banks relocate their main operations to other spots of the European Union after Brexit, they will not have to run the gauntlet of entry tests by regulators as if they stayed in the UK. So they're really putting out a carrot to a bank. If I'm a bank there, I'm really thinking about what was just said. Maybe I keep a branch in the UK and my main headquarters are out of it. And a Bank of Japan member, another one, joined other members that said it's way too soon by the Bank of Japan to withdraw monetary stimulus, as you're getting the same argument today by the head of France, Mr. Villeroy, who is saying the same thing. He is saying, do not dismantle the ECB stimulus. It's too soon. We need to let inflation really grab hold. So those are the things we're looking at. But the elephant, it's going to be all about, obviously, the Trump vote tomorrow will be given some, if you call it entertainment today, as again they drill Mr. Gorsuch to find out what they can and damage him as he heads on to the Supreme Court. And I think that most people think he'll get that. But boy, Democrats, how rude can they be? I was just taken back by just how childish. This reminds me of, honestly, things in high school when I was growing up. Just terrible. Okay, the Moore Research Center. Let's talk about this. Now we're getting to the point where you want to look at seasonal trades. Give you an example. There's a seasonal trade right around the corner, buying of stock indices. Okay, will it work this year? Will it not? It's got a strong probability. We'll find out. Again, this disclaimer is important. Keep in the back of your mind that what the Moore Research Center does is they look at every day of the year, and they're looking for patterns where if you bought on one day, sold on another, the criteria is that out of the past 15 years, it had to work 13 times. Got that? If it gets down to only working 12, it's dropped. That's a high percentage. It does not mean that trades don't get dropped and they don't work. It doesn't mean that 100% trades stay as 100%. They're the first to tell you that you look at the seasonal patterns, you look at the data, they'll put together the reports for you and show you what's going on, but you're always looking at your other chart data to see, does this make sense? What's right in front of it? Was there a change on that date of entry? Is that now suddenly a FOMC date? There are things you look at. But what do they give you? When you get hold of us, we're going to give their name to you, and you're going to get an email with your user ID and password from them. From there, you can go in and pick the different months. Now, they typically show 2 different months. They'll show right now March and April, and then April and May, got how they're going to work that. You'll get it both on seasonals, for futures, and for spread trades. Then you get write-ups, what moves the market at this time, and it changes every month. Special reports, and you can play with the interactive seasonal patterns. Maybe you only want to look at the last 5 years of something. Maybe the past 5 to 15, maybe 30 years or more. It's all there. Call us. Go to our website to sign up for it at www.iraepstein.com. You'll see a carousel of free offers. They're on there. Click right up here. If you're watching me on YouTube, the form will appear. Choose the more research and anything else you'd want. Or under us on other sites that pick up these videos, they'll say click here under it, and the forms will pick up that way. I'm Ira Epstein. See you later today in the other videos. Have a great trading day.